Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I will explain you how the price of crude has moved in the last week and how the price of crude can move in the next week. See, if you look at the chart of crude, what we have seen, crude is currently trading at around $79.90. Okay, and what you can see looking at this chart, that there is a pattern forming. Okay, and the same pattern we have seen in natural gas also, that after pandemic what it does is that it tries to move upside, and in the process of moving, what it is, it whenever it hits its previous high, it comes and make a sharp fall. Okay, overall trend is downside, but the volatility is very high. So you have to understand something, that you should not blindly follow that the market is going upside or downside. Follow the trend, yes, but you always set with your SL and whatever target you are thinking. But if the volatility is high, try to reduce your quantity, make your SL and targets high, and set your limit for the particular trade as well as day, or even for whatever you are doing. You should set your always that an amount, so that it should not wipe out your capital. Okay, this is how I teach in my workshop. See, after pandemic the price was continuously moving upside, as you can see that after making a particular price in negative. Okay, and there is a pattern forming clearly, as you can see that for the sixth time it has shown the same pattern, but for the sixth time it didn't shown, but for the fifth time it is continuously moving in the same pattern. Okay, now it is moving in this particular zone, as you can see. So chances are very high it can go further upside. As I have already explained you that if the price of some commodities or even stocks move in a zone, and when there is a breakout upside or downside, probability of selling and buying can be there. So okay, so you have to understand here is that now the price of crude is moving in a particular zone. Before we move forward and explain you, if you have any doubt, you can mail me at stockmarkettradinglive@gmail.com, and one more mail ID in the description. Please watch the full video so you understand how this technical work, and a telegram link I've given in the description. You can join that too. Now look at this particular chart. What you can see, this particular week what we have seen, a green candle is forming. Chances are high that it can go further upside. Okay, but if this range breaks downside, then only we can see it can go further down, because this is a very narrow range, you can say that, because the volatility is less for the you can say for around 2 months. Okay, the price have not moved so much high or down, so probability is high. Suppose if the price sustain, we can see it can go towards a level of around $81, and if that level sustain, chances of touching 83 is there. And once started moving upside 83, then we can see it can go further high towards a level of $85.58, and $85.58 is a sub resistance, which chances are high, if it sustain, can go towards a level of 86.37, because once it sustain above $85.58, chances of going further upside is there, because this is the level where we have seen, as you can see looking at this particular chart, that once it sustain above this level, chances of going further upside is there. Or once it moves below this level, as you can see that the price is trading since long in below this level. Okay, so once it started moving upside and this level sustain, we can see it can go further upside. As we know that the volatility for crude is high, as we have seen that it has not touched a level for the sixth time, so an overall trend is downside. Okay, so suppose if this level didn't sustain, we can see it can go further down. Okay, as you can see that once it sustain above a level of around 93 or 94, we can see it can go further upside. Otherwise, if this level didn't sustain, we can see it can go further down. Okay, as we know that overall trend is downside, so chances are very high if the price didn't sustain a level of around what is currently trading at, we can see it can come down again towards a level of around, it can come down towards a level of around $77, and once it move below this level $77, that is where the price can go further low, and a probability of touching $74 is there, and from there we can see a level of 68.78. Keep this in mind. Once it move below a level of 74, chances of touching $70 is there, and from there we can see a level of $68. And once started moving below this level, because 68.85 is a dollar, from there we can see a bounce back can come, because it's a strong support, so chances are high it can go further upside. So you have to keep this in mind. Once the price move below a level of 79.89, chances of touching 77 is there, and from there we can see a level of, once it moves below a level of 77, because that is a strong support, so once it move below that level, then we can see a level of 74 to a level of 72, and then to a level of $68. Keep this in mind. Once these are the levels where we can see a bounce back can come. Okay, $85.58 and $77 and 68.5. These are the strong supports. Okay, so chances are high. Suppose if it move below a level of 68, then we can see it can go further down. Any doubt regarding this, you can mail me. I've given the mail IDs in the description. Okay, now understand something what I teach in my workshop. Suppose if you're trading with $10,000, try to trade with 10 to 15% of capital per trade. Okay, a risk of 0.5 to 1%. Suppose if you lose all 5 trades, maximum loss you can do is $100, that is $500 for per trade is 100. Okay, now suppose if you lose 500, it will not affect your psychology because the capital is 10k and you can focus more on profit the next day. Okay, but if you lose more, then you will try to recover it, and in that process you lose your full capital. So this is how I teach how to overcome all these things. If you want to attend that workshop, then mail me regarding that and we can work out on the timing. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please watch.